90s glam, what is now seen as a trending hashtag on TikTok, started as a marker of time, transitioning from the bright spirit of the 80s to an edgier, more rebellious energy that shocked older generations, but gave the younger ones an outlet of expression. It was an era where the it girl went from just centerfold to center stage, and the one that the spotlight shined on the brightest is who we'll be recreating today in this episode of Playing Dress Up, Pamela Anderson edition. Woohoo! Now this isn't my first rodeo with some Pam glam, okay? Last year I was actually invited by Netflix to dress up as Pamela and go to the premiere of her documentary. Well, that was Pamela. How you doing? We're recreating Pamela's iconic smoky eye nude lip look that even 30 years later is still so good. And 30 years later, Alexis Vogel, Pamela Anderson's makeup artist, still sells the exact makeup kit, including all the products that she would have used in the 90s, and I bought it. So let's get started. I have not opened any of this, but by the looks of it, this is like the most 90s makeup I've ever seen in my life. It also came with a booklet that gives like step-by-step on how to use everything. Bro, like this is taking me back. I mean, I was born in 99, so I don't remember when I wasn't alive, but I do know the vibe. Alexis Vogel unfortunately passed away in 2019, but she played such a huge role in creating that legendary 90s glam. I also have to shout out one of my favorite content creators, Erin Parsons. She is the queen of makeup history. She's actually how I discovered Alexis Vogel, this whole makeup kit. So Erin, thank you. Let's get started. Now we are already off to a very 90s start by using the wedge. The white wedge walked so the beauty blender could run. So we're starting with the signature foundation duo. Unfortunately, this is true 90s makeup and it only came in light, medium, and dark. I thought I'd be light, I hope, because there's only 2 shades. Oh. Okay. Okay, let me like mix them and see. Perfect. Why am I'm like apprehensive as hell right now. Let me just do it. The texture is a pretty standard cream foundation. I'm gonna go with an embedding motion because that's kind of what I do with sponges, but oh wow, that's thick. But honestly, this is looking really good. And I'm really packing it on because Pamela's glam was full. Next we have the Delete Duo Eye Concealer. Oh no. I don't like the way that's looking. Was this from the 90s or? I'm gonna avoid the crystallized parts. We're gonna ignore it. Okay. It's okay, it's just going right by my eyes. So we're gonna take our concealer brush and delete our under eyes. Okay, it's looking good. Let's talk history. Now, the way Pamela Anderson was discovered is actually so interesting. There was no FYP and explore page. Back then you had to get discovered the old-fashioned way, on the Jumbotron at a football game. That's true though. Pamela Anderson's Canadian and she went to a British Columbia football game and she was wearing this cut-off Labatt beer brand t-shirt. So they put her on the Jumbotron because, come on, even undiscovered, she's still Pamela Anderson wearing a cut-off beer t-shirt. I just sounded like a smoke alarm. And the reaction from the crowd was so strong that the beer brand reached out to her and she became their spokesmodel. Like what? That eventually caught the eyes of Playboy, leading her to be featured as the cover girl of their October 1989 issue, which marks the beginning of an iconic career. Now I'm gonna set that with a powder. I'm just gonna set the center of the face. Damn, this is looking gooder than I thought. Yeah, I know gooder's not a word, but I don't give up. So contour in the 90s was blush, and blush in the 90s was heavy. I've looked at basically every photo of Pamela Anderson, and there's no through line of blush color, but what I do notice is that it always matches her lips, which makes me think she did what many women of the 90s did, and use your lipstick as blush. Oh, this color is everything. I don't want to ruin this blush, so I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand, grab that complexion wedge, and put her to work. I'm gonna do this. Oh my god, that's gorgeous! There is a separate powder. Ow, I'm such a dick. Oh my God. Okay, the mirror fell out. And we got this classic puff. Just gonna. That is way oranger than my skin. And my skin is orange, okay? I told you I self-tanned. My skin is orange, and this is way too orange for me. I'm gonna go with my powder because this base is actually looking good and I don't wanna ruin it. That is the lightest shade that they offer, by the way. Going in with my Charlotte Tilbury. Wow, I am set. Okay, here's the blush. I'm gonna use the brush that came with it. This is actually such a nice brush. I love a long handle. Oh wow, pretty pigmented. It's got a really nice glow to it as well. Base is done and looking good! 90s Pamela brows. I'm saying a prayer. The brows, they get me every time. What did I do wrong? Here's a little tip for you. When you're doing heavy eyes, it's best to do brows after the eyes to inform you on how prominent they should be. But here's another little tip for you. Makeup rules are made to be broken. And when doing the brows entails sticky, messy glue like we're about to use right now, we're gonna do the gel first so we can clean it up. I'm not even messing around with the little Fruity Tooty brow gel. Nah, going straight for the big guns. Now that little tip being said, you think I would do that before the base, and to that I say, I should have. So I am gonna be very careful with how I do this, but I'm coating my entire brow in the gel. This is what I actually did for the Pamela premiere, by the way. I'm going to brush the top down and the bottom up, and then pinch and hold down the line. This doesn't look, oh! See? Look at that! Or does that, wait, does that look different?
Eyebrow blindness. Eyebrow blindness. Eyebrow blindness. What is eyebrow blindness?
Not really. Now this goes for any brow gel or any brow situation, but going against the grain is really gonna coat everything down to the root. So I always do against the grain first and then brush them in place. Make sure that everything is super coated. While we let this dry, we're gonna move on to the wow, my hands are orange. I really went ham with the tan last night. Let's look in the booklet, shall we? She has a couple eye tutorials in here. Natural eyes. My favorite, career eyes. I love that name. Fuck mom boy aesthetic. Fuck the clean girl. Fuck the blueberry, strawberry, apple fucking tart eyes. Career eyes. That's what I want. Damn, now that is a career woman. Look at her with her career eyes. I think Pamela is somewhere in here, but I think we should just go all the way. Please go all the way. Boom. Yeah, that's what we want. Okay, step one. Use your pudgy pencil, which, by the way, I love the word pudgy. Pudgy is just such a fun word. Pudgy. Pudgy. I'm sort of reclaiming that word after the trauma of being a pudgy 4th grader. Oh, this is mascara. Wait, where's my pudgy stick? Guys, where's my pudgy stick? Cake liner, velvet shadow, no pudgy. Eyebrows, eyeliner, no pudgy. Lip gloss, lip liner, God, I love a little pudgy stick. Okay, let's go. Using your pudgy pencil, rim only the bottom lash line about 1/8 of an inch for a soft, smudgy look. I really like this color and I really like the idea of this. Okay, I don't like that. That's my fault for being weird about it.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
I'm being weird. Okay. It's like caking onto my lashes. Also, does not work well with my watery eyes. Step 2, go over your pencil line with a seamless eyeshadow brush dipped in your velvet shadow. Oh, it's getting everywhere, okay. Little eye guide to set and soften the line. I did that very wrong. I'm kind of hungover. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I think it's affecting my brain. Don't worry. She says, moisten the tip of your Pro Wedge sponge, just the tip, and use that to blend. Ooh, I know I'm not doing this right.
Boy, if you don't.
So what does she mean by that? Because this is just taking it off. Why does mine look so different? I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, let me try this again. Pudgy pencil. On. Pudgy pencil's on. Fluffy brush. Very powdery eyeshadow. Smoky, blend, moisten tip, blend. We're just gonna say that's it. I did all I could. Okay, that was step 2. Step 3. Oh, this is where it gets serious. Using your multitask brush dipped in your retro cake liner. Cake liner is water activated. So it's like this weird dry puck. But then when you add water, it turns into an eyeliner. Sketch a line on the upper eyelid starting from the inside corner along your lash line, graduating from thinner to thicker as you move towards the outer end of your eye. Continue on angling upward toward the end of your eyebrow. Use your Pro Wedge sponge to blend and soften the line. Oh, and it's gone. I feel like it's me. I feel like I'm like self-sabotaging right now. Like I'm messing it up on purpose. Like what am I doing? This is what it's supposed to look like. This is what it's looking like. OMG guys, I'm getting better. Okay, this is a cool shape I have going. This looks like makeup at the end of a long night. Like this does not look good. By the way, water activated is not a good idea for eyeliner when you have watery eyes because then it'll be that thing that I love. Blah, 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 blah. Then we take the basic shadow brush into the lighter shade of the velvet shadow. Fill in your entire upper eyelid up to your crease. Yes! Oh my god, I'm so happy right now. That just like took everything up to a 10 million trillion thousand. No need to get so upset. Me? Never. Now I'm gonna clean up this line because yikes. So I'm very fascinated by cake eyeliner and cake mascara because that was like the first mascara back in the day. And while I was doing research, I stumbled upon some historical tea. So cake mascara / liner was invented in the early 1900s. By who, though, is where things get dramatic. Player 1 is Eugene Rimmel, who invented a superfin water cosmetique, which consisted of a mixture of soap and black pigment, which was originally marketed as a beard colorant. You know, men would use it on their mustaches and beards to fill in bald spots or gray areas, but through reformulations with petroleum and umber, how do you say that? Umber. By 1917, it was rebranded and relaunched for women's lashes and brows for what we now know as cake mascara. It looked something like this. You would get this wet, rub it in here, use it as mascara. Now here's where things get très interessant. Now, multiple articles said that it was Eugene Rimmel who invented this in 1917 until I found this very old-looking website that was specifically dedicated to spreading awareness that it was not Eugene Rimmel who invented the first cake mascara. This person claims that Rimmel's mascara was still being sold as a mustache colorant when the product Lash Brow-ine was invented by none other than T.L. Williams and Mabel Williams as a cake product for women in 1915. Which then was combined with Mabel's name into Maybelline. And of course, Eugene Rimmel invented Rimmel London. Maybe you can decide. Before we move on to step 5, I'm gonna use the darker shade of the velvet shadow. Has to be on the outer corner. Go up and then create that V. Oh, that looks good. Lastly, we're gonna take this glow dust, which I learned from Erin Parsons, that Pamela still keeps in her bag to this day. How cool. And as I learned from Erin Parsons, the only place that you put highlight in the 90s was the brow bone. Sorry, inner corner. I know you're missing out right now. Wow, that looks so cool. Next, I'm gonna use her mascara. This is actually really a good mascara. It's not clumping at all. Step 8 is to take the 2-timer pencil, use the black kohl side for the rim of your eye. What the fuck? Ugh. It's like coming off in my eye. Okay, this is not a good eyeliner. Okay, I'm not using that. I'm gonna use my own eyeliner. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but something is very wrong. I honestly think that pudgy stick, the like wax formula, fucked everything up under my eyes. I'm like actually getting pissed. The way the water is mixing with the wax of the pencil is making it look so bad. Everything's separating. My eyes are so irritated. And I'm irritated. Going in with my Melt Cosmetics liquid eyeshadow as eyeliner. Oh my god, and it's taking off all of the eyeshadow. Oh good. We gotta go back to the brows. I don't know how this is gonna fit with this, but we're gonna try. The Pamela Anderson brows are a very important component to her look. Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna like straight up fill it in. Whoa, that was easy. This is so easy. Okay, the big reveal. Why did that work? Why did that work? Wow, happy me. I should do this all the time because I suck at my brows. This will save me a life of pain. Let me go back in with my spoolie and just some gel and re-glue some hairs down. I'm gonna go into the foundation and just clean that up a little bit. Success. Okay, now for a very fun part, the lips. So you apply the lip stain to your bottom lip first. It's giving the NYX matte velvet lip cream. Remember that? Then lightly tap your lips together to spread the product to cover the top lip. Wow, this tastes 90s as hell. Oh, while the lip stain is still wet. Oops, oops, oops. Use the lip defining pencil to outline your, oh, it's giving Jaclyn Hill. There's like little crystallized, it means it's old. I probably shouldn't use it. Probably, but I will. That is such a good color. Don't be afraid to sketch a little beyond your natural lip line. Oh, don't worry, Alexis, I've never been afraid of that. Love. Now I take my cosmetic sponge. Wow, I'm getting a lot of use out of this puppy. And apply a sheer amount of foundation over the lips. Ooh. Okay. And then do the same with the powder. Now apply your lipstick over your newly drawn lips. I'm gonna do a little more liner. Apply your luminous gloss on the pouty part of your lips. Now that's a gloss. OMG, you guys. We're full glam! This was a very cool experience. This kit kind of acts as a time capsule for a time that really transformed the makeup industry. But it wasn't really until the 90s that being a makeup artist could come with its own sense of celebrity status. Kevin Aucoin, Pat McGrath, Bobbi Brown, and of course Alexis Vogel paved the way for makeup artistry to become a career beyond the people sitting in your chair, but rather the products you can sell, the celebrities you can associate with, and eventual stardom in its own right. As a makeup artist who has built an entire career without even having to touch other people's faces, it's these people and this time that I have to thank for creating true breadth in the beauty community. I think that's so cool, and I have the utmost respect for my predecessors. Okay, you guys, the base is done. It's time for the hair. So I'm gonna be recreating her iconic messy updo. In true free-spirited Pamela Anderson fashion, I heard this story where she would sometimes use her panties that were in her purse in order to achieve her updo. Iconic. But we're not gonna do that today, okay? Because we have hair ties. When I had to dress up as her for the premiere, I'm telling you, I bodied the hair. Like, I bodied it. And I never made a tutorial for it. I don't know why, but I did script an entire tutorial for it. So I'm just gonna go straight from the tutorial I made a year and a half ago that never saw the light of day. So I think I'm gonna curl my hair first to get some nice texture and more of a finished professional look at the end. I've added hairspray. Gonna add some texture spray. This is messy, this is tousled, this is...
Seriously, crack a window.
This is bombshell, so, you know, do that. Next, we're gonna section out the bang area. We're gonna curl that forward because bangs in the 90s were curled forward. This is not how you're supposed to do it, but I don't even give a fuck. Okay, Yay! So we're gonna take this section in the crown area and give it a little tease, again for that grit, for that texture, and also for some volume. Now we gather it into a pony, a messy, loose pony. I'm gonna smooth out the ends a little bit by just brushing the surface. This is just to get out any of those like dumb bumps. Still want there to be like some tousled-ness on the inside. Now we're gonna pick out some tendrils. Not enough to be like high school prom-y, but enough to be, you know, tousled. And maybe some in the back. Grab your pony. Go 1, 2, pull through. Now I'm gonna just like rough up the bun. And also bring all this extra hair forward to the front and pull that. You don't know what's going where. And pull this hair so that's not too clean either. Ah! Don't pull it too much. Did I mess it up? Whatever. My shirt. I'll deal with that in a second. Now you need about 37,000 bobby pins. Take your tendril strands and push them off to the side for now. Take your bun and just start pinning wherever you see fit. I don't care. You just do it. But try to make the bun as wide as your head so it doesn't look like a tiny bun. It looks like just this mass. Now I'm gonna work on these tendrils. We're just gonna curl those. Don't be afraid to make this a little messy because like it's supposed to be messy. It's not supposed to be good. Nothing about this is clean girl right now, so gorge. And the truest thing about this hairstyle is that it is absolutely never gonna look the same way twice. You can follow this tutorial to a T and it's gonna look way different. Now I'm gonna curl these tendrils, which are very thin and I'm very scared I'm gonna burn them off, but hey, here we go. Here's a 90s hair little tip. The most 90s thing you can do as someone who spent about 9 months of the decade. Section off a thin piece closest to your hairline. Boom. The rest, you tease, you spray, you hold your breath, and you swing it to the side. I use my fingers to hold this part of my bang in place while I'm combing the rest, and then when the wave barrels, you curl it in. Then you take the bang you have, curl this inward. Now back then my bangs were a lot shorter, so it worked out a lot more realistically, but we'll see what happens with this. My bangs are too long. No, I'm not cutting them. Okay, fine. I'm gonna cut the smallest piece of bang that I can easily hide later so that it gives the illusion that I have bangs. I can't believe I just did that. Okay. Now, this is gonna look real as hell. Ah! Okay, now it's giving wispy bang. Wait, I'm gonna cut it a little bit more. Sorry, hair. Okay, oh. I may have flown a little too close to the sun. It's okay! I like it. No, I just didn't round it out enough. That's what it was. It's the curling iron. Surely I didn't. Wait. Oh. If I could turn back time. Okay. Life is about taking risks, you know? And I have to laugh. I have to laugh, or I will emote another emotion that will ruin my makeup, so whatever, it looks fine. No, it fucking doesn't. You know what? I don't care. Guess what? I don't care. I don't even give a rat's ass that I just cut my hair badly and it looks bad anyway. I don't even care because guess what? It's just a silly YouTube video and none of this is real and this whole video is actually AI generated. Didn't you see the disclaimer? I'm not actually real. I'm AI generated and so is my hair and that's why I was okay with fucking it up because I'm actually not real. I was generated by AI, artificial intelligence. I'm losing it. So let's get dressed. Now I have to take this off and get it over my GD head. Okay, now there's a little controversy with the outfit. So for the Pamela premiere, they actually hired me to like do a whole thing for them, which I am very grateful for. But that meant that they had control over what I wore. So I'm gonna show you what I wanted to wear versus what they had me wear. These are vintage Moschino, is that how you say it? Vintage Moschino, I don't know, it's good. Jeans, and they make my butt look so I wanted these, and then this black leather, kind of steampunk-esque corset top that is actually my mother's, if you could believe. And these red boots to go with the red pants. This is very reminiscent of her 1999 VMAs look. It's giving body, but it's giving style. Now my other option was a more literal translation of dressing up as Pam because I got a replica of a dress that she wore to the 1995 Grammys. This like iridescent white is so cool. And this is what I actually ended up wearing. Wow, I feel gorgeous. As always, we had trials, we had tribulations, and as always, we persevered. Look at that glam. As always, comment down below who you think I should turn into next. All the links to everything I use will be down below, as well as my Instagram and my TikTok and la-da-dee la-da-da. And of course, I literally love you so much.